Stelios already did a list about food stages? Well, I can counter an argument to that. It's January the 8th, my birthday. Platters of pasta, breakaways of biscuit crumbs, sizzling sausages speared in the prongs of a silver fork. Seeing these appetizing masterpieces rendered in video games will make you want to eat your controller. Well, don't do that, guys. The analog sticks are not mushrooms. Sometimes the game can go all out with the ideas for the levels and treat us to a real treasure of a food-based stage, either having the platforms made out of cakes and biscuits, or pastries flying in the sky, or spilling imagination all over the frying pan. It makes the level look so creative and delicious. You'd want to take a dive and bite into the stage. Well, don't do that, there might be a bear trap somewhere. Now I'm going to talk about my favourite 10 levels that are based on food. Grab a packet of crisps and crunch along to the beats of the music. Well, don't do that, you might choke. We're kicking off this list with a race fit for a king, and the king's rival. Many of you guys could definitely be aware of Kirby Superstar's infamous track titled The Gourmet Race, resulting in many remixes off the internet, including this one. The original Gourmet Race has you racing King DDD, the royal penguin with a very big hammer. The background scenery itself is crafted out of dessert items, whilst Kirby and his opponent sprint through, gobbling food in sight. That is one hungry marshmallow. And hey, if he could beat Majin Buu in the death fight, then he could definitely kick DDD into the dust. Oh, you fat penguin! Kirby literally does suck. But not in a bad way, as in, he literally does suck. In a good way. No innuendo intended. Well, mentioning that there was innuendo in that sentence surely didn't help back off any Rule 34 enforcers. Heed thy perverted pile wagons. A true classic for any fan of the older Kirby games. This is only preceded by the wonderful Sweets Park in Kirby's Epic Yarn, which is basically an assortment of donuts made from silly string. And that is quite a divine thought. But this spot is instead taken by the Gourmet Race because of its legacy and how well it's recognized around almost anyone nowadays. Theme Park World kills me with nostalgia. I wish it could run on Windows 7.
I can't though, can I?
With 4 wheels to expand your theme park with brilliant rides and responsibilities, some kid might leave a stink bomb, and then you'll quick scope him with your homemade Nerf sniper rifle. Oh my gosh, look! There's a big hand! And it's frozen! Why is it frozen? It's a published game! It shouldn't be frozen! The third theme park to unlock is a lush garden titled The Wonderland. Basically here, you just want to name your profile Alice. It's a great reference. It's not entirely based on food, but due to the very vibrant landscape, there are many rides based in caterpillars and an apple, candy coaster with licorice pylons,
must construct additional pylons,
a jelly bouncy castle, half-eaten donuts, and mushrooms. As in, rooms that are mushrooms. Mushrooms. My personal experience with this botanical stage was quite successful. With the other stages, I usually went bankrupt a couple of times. With Wonderland, I managed to make over $1 billion!
For $1 billion! $1 billion!
Wonderland is fruitful in the literal and metaphorical sense. Perhaps not the most potent to land the highest spot on the list, but definitely something for you to slave away for hours developing the Candy Coaster. We're probably well aware of the Katamari Damacy series and its main gimmick. Roll up junk on the ground into a massive ball and then blast it up into space. So it already calls for some unique ideas for exactly what you can roll up, like biscuits and gingerbread. In Katamari Forever and We Love Katamari, or just any of those games, there are levels with gingerbread houses and sweetly strewn stages, and you have the chance to roll them up, like roll-ups. You need a lot of carbs, matey. Or you can spend a couple of minutes destroying a gingerbread house. Then we won't have any pedophilic witches using their ovens to eat children. The results are messier than Ed Miliband trying to eat a bacon sandwich. The keyword here is trying. It seems like this game might be the epitome of difficult in the Donkey Kong franchise. Donkey Kong Country Returns has levels which you'd never be willing to spend a real life amount of time within. Everything is out to kill you and you'd better be bloody aware of that. Otherwise, you'll be bloody aware. The final level, and the one after the final boss though, is called the Golden Temple. You're presented with a stage entirely made of fruit.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy.
There are bananas, strawberries, cherry candles, floating oranges, all to be used as platforms. It's a very heavenly level, which is nice for a change, but still challenging due to the koala kamikaze. Seriously, the koalas that throw bombs. Crikey, mate!
You forgot Bluebell.
Oh yeah, I did. You can use those as platforms too. The music here is also lovely. It's light and tropical for that very island-like feel, which is great to hear, especially during a fruitful level with fruit. But there's something I find quite suspicious about the last part of the level. Something strikes me in the wrong direction about this. Earthworm Jim is groovy. He's also very surreal. You can't spell surrealism without ABC. And in the sequel, they took it a step further and made a food level with a pun. Level 8. This level was actually quite revolutionary. It coined the name of the trope for any level featuring food-based obstacles, with forks used as spikes, steak, bacon and salami used as platforms, and a giant burger grill in the background. I love bacon and a good stick of pepperami, so this makes my mouth water. But then again, I know a whole website of other people who would drool over large sticks of meat. The boss of level 8 is fought in a giant pizza box, an angry steak titled Filet Mignon. That's a great pun. Can we all just take a moment to appreciate how clever that pun is? Even after the level, you're congratulated by Janet Street Porter.
Well done.
Any of the sweet stages in the Mario Galaxy series will do for this spot. We have Sweet Tweet Galaxy from Mario Galaxy 1 and Sweet Mystery Galaxy from Mario Galaxy 2. In the first game, the stage is pretty simple. It's carved shortbread that you must warily platform across, otherwise you'll fall through one of the holes. And yeah, that's not pleasant, is it? But I suppose Sweet Mystery Galaxy takes it a step further. There's far more to see. More of the level needs to be uncovered by the Bulberry, since the platforms tend to be hidden away. In the background lie donuts, silly string, a large cake and ice cream cones, enough to make Greg's look like Weight Watchers. You even start off on tins of biscuits, but be wary, most of those tins might just contain sewing equipment. The level really does look appetizing. Cream-filled biscuits and cookies, followed by invisible mini cakes. Damn son, this level really is a treat, or an overflowing fountain of them. I was also gonna see if I could make a joke about Maracoons, you know, but Finn Dread might not be the happiest of pandas if I do.
Maracoons.
Fantastic work, Finn, you absolute legend. Finn, you're a legend. Sweet Mystery Galaxy really does name itself. You just don't know what you're stepping on until you use the Bulberry to see it. And when you do, it really does let you appreciate the creativity of Nintendo in this level alone. Maracoons.
Maracoons.
What would you expect from a villain with the name Mr. Dark? A dark dungeon with death traps? A thundering castle lair? South Auckland? No, a land of ice cream. What I love about this level is the sheer amount of crazy in it. Skating a spoon down a hill of ice cream. What a start. Then you're hopping over chocolate and piles of ice cream and hokey pokey. All topped off by you being chased by your own dark clone. But here's the kicker. When you're being chased by this clone, Mr. Dark comes along and reverses all your controls. So left is right, right is left,
Just all so unnecessary.
Oh, you know you want it.
but at the same time, exhilarating. What's also really interesting is the music. Sure, it begins with the jazzy tune, but soon enough it goes into a very atmospheric sound piece. The piece is called Fireworks, and it just sounds so unsettling. I know it sounds like a birthday party, but there's something to it. Even the happiest of sound effects can sound disturbing. There's a faint humming in the background as if you're being approached ever so slowly by your own dark clone. Consider the fact that this song is played in a stage where everything looks light and dandy, but everywhere the town citizens are being imprisoned in metal cages. That's even more discomforting. Whoa, man, look at all the colors, the Sonic colors, the machinery, the factory entrance, that massive rocket. It's gnarly, dude. You can clearly spot the different food references in Sweet Mountain Zone from Sonic Colors. Lollipops, ice creams, and even a trifle. Holy crap, is that Olaf? It's Olaf. It's mother flippin' Olaf with a donut afro. The thing I love about Sonic Colors is how it brought back the general speed of Sonic. Being able to rush through themed stages was simply why I came to enjoy Sonic in the first place. Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations are essentially my favourite games in the franchise because of how they revamped the series to a new level. The great part about Sweet Mountain Zone is that as well as having food items, you've also got a unique blend of factory machinery just to add a bit of pizzazz. Do we not say pizzazz anymore? Isn't it weird when you say words that aren't meant to be said by your kind?
He's a hip-hop master mixer.
But what really adds some more flavouring to Sweet Mountain Zone is the scenery. There's a lot to notice about what's going on in the background. I'm guessing those are tanks of cordial and candy spilling out. Eggman's clearly lost his mind. Maracu! Oh, Rareware. Banjo 2 was just a superb sequel to everyone's brilliantly bedazzled bear and bird bewitchment. Cloud Cuckooland concluded the adventure by introducing a fantastic method of transport to the level. Whilst in other levels you had to enter via train or something like that, Cloud Cuckooland made you go up there in a bubble. This level is also not to be confused with Cloud Cuckooland from the Lego Movie, which, by the way, was a cracking watch. Seriously, if you haven't seen that film, go and give it a see, it's fantastic. Anyways, we travel up to a place higher than Snoop Dogg, and where the air is thinner than Victoria Beckham. Cloud Cuckooland isn't entirely based on food. In fact, it's all meant to be a literal metaphor for the idiom itself, being in Cloud Cuckooland, or having your head in the clouds, being high, you know, just being batshite insane. It's hard to even choose where to start. I'll go from the middle of the stage. There's a massive mountain, right? And it's got a massive cave with plenty of jelly and entrances to different parts of the stage. You only get 2 warp pads, meaning that you need to navigate the place by flower cannons. The non-foodical aspects of Cloud Cuckooland include a pot of gold where you must make a rainbow path to reach it, a trash can, and 2 Mambo skulls. But the points of interest we want to talk about are the foodical aspects of the stage. There's a giant jelly castle. You also have a mammoth cheese wedge, which inside is so poignant that there are literally toxic gases inside the cheese. It's so toxic that even Piers Morgan would fall unconscious. And of course, the giant beehive at the top. Yeah, I know it's not really food based, but bees produce honey. And inside is honey. And you eat honey on your toast. Yum. You can really tell that by the end of the game, whatever the development team had left, they just put down on a brainstorm and that turned into Cloud Cuckooland. It's all fine and dandy until you reach Canary Mary, but that's a different can of worms. Arg. I couldn't even help it, but when you have so many levels at your disposal, it's hard to forget that Ratatouille's Dreamlands could take the top spot. Look at this vibrant Wonderland. Look at this vibrant Wonderland. You have the fruit-based stages, using luscious fruit in every way possible as platforms, as obstacles, as scenery, oranges, kiwi fruit, bananas, grapefruit, and even watermelon! I admit that sometimes the levels can be a pain in the ass. I mean, swinging on straws and grapefruits and having to sidle along the edges of juice bowls does try your patience. Arg to that. You also have yourself a world of cheese and bread. You can't get any more French than that. Well, you could, but for that you need a level that takes place in a bush. What, too far? There's even a level filled with so much meat it would make Peter crumble into ashes. Sausages, steaks, kebabs, grills with meat patties, and forks flying through the air. Literally, it's all eye candy. I was about 9 when I played this. I stared in awe at all the detail they put into making these levels stand out. They're even food nightmare worlds. Well, they're not really dreams, are they? You wouldn't call a world based on dirty dishes and angry kitchen utensils a dream, now would you? These types of dream worlds are really great actually. I've always liked the way that you were supposed to cross the sink using floating plates and sponges. The creativity just sparkles like Silhouette Bang. There's even a knife pretending to be a shark fin. Fantastic! How can you not like these stages just by looking at some of the obstacles? And here is the based deserted Wonderland. There are freaking hobnobs here. Hobnobs. And slices of cake. Biscuits. Pastries. Teacups.
Maracoons.
Sweet rolls. This is a Wonderland! There's so much to love about the Ratatouille Dream Worlds. I love the decorative touch with flying foodstuffs and clever platforming quirks. This is one of the only games with rats as a protagonist, second in place being bad rats, and we all know how that ended. But just say yes to these. Ratatouille the game has so many food-based obstacle courses, it's simply awe-inspiring. I am MasterJakeStudios, and I promote an end to this video, and the crisps you started eating at the beginning of it. Hey guys, thank you for watching the top 10 food-based stages in video games. It was quite an enchanting achievement, wasn't it? You know, on my birthday, uploading a countdown to celebrate the time I was born. What a wonderful day that was. You know, what else happened on January the 8th? Oh yeah, Elvis was born. Elvis, oh, I was born on the same day as Elvis. Wow, I'm a special man. Anyways, if you want to check out more of my countdowns, click the playlist. If you want to check more of a series coming out called Blue Shelled, then click that playlist when it comes out. And if you want to ask me a quick question, ask a fem. Like me on Facebook, there you go. And then Twitter, bam. Although follow my Twitter because I don't update my Facebook as often. But anyways, I'll see you then. I'm gonna watch more of the IT crowd. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, goodbye.
Boom, 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 boom.